can't miss out on this man's age, considering he goes back in time. The man went back in time, guys.
All right, Jerry, you need to calm down.
Is that Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah.
It sounded like him.
Thank you.
I mean, I definitely give the.
So, I'm pitching up a fit, guys. Welcome to the Basement League, where it's just gonna be about. I want to keep this one to like 10 minutes.
He's gonna old man rant.
I'm just gonna rant for about a good 5 minutes, and y'all can rebuttal for a good few minutes.
I have no rebuttal. You do what you gotta do.
But I am a person that enjoys continuity in movies. I'm also a person that will see the incontinuity in movies. They have recently divulged literally that there is somebody, and they've done a poor job beyond what I'm about to describe, but there's somebody within the fucking Disney Marvel that is their job title is record keeper and like continuity. Well, not too long ago after Endgame released, they're talking to multiple people, the Russo brothers and everybody that was like the showrunner for Endgame, talks about Cap's age at the end of Endgame. And I'm talking like old man Cap. They say he's only about 117 to 120 years old. That's the general range that they put him at. But it's false. He was born in 1914. He went to the ice in I forget what the exact year was, but he went to the ice at the age of 27.
Age 26.
27. 27.
I'm just repeating what you said.
He's then thawed out, I think 65 years later in 2011.
2011.
Or 75 years later in 2011. Something like that.
2011, something like that.
But either way, I think grand total of everything between being iced out for 70 years, living through the 2000s or 2010s and living up to 2023 is I think Endgame. And then everything, he goes then back in time after delivering the Infinity Stones.
Back to the future.
And lives another many years. And then they're saying that it's the time travel is all mixed and confused, but the Russo brothers and the people that have had the main focus on Cap say that he lived out his time through this timeline, not in a different timeline. And so the old Cap that we see, he's not coming back, or even if he does come back to this timeline, he still lived out a full timeline with Peggy and lived out a life and became a old man. Because the dude is already old, because at the time of Infinity War, he's about 103 years old. At the time of Endgame in 2023, he's 105 years old. So he lives a whole other life of about 60 to 70 years.
Whole life.
By the time we see him at the end of Endgame, he ain't 120 years old. He's not about 180 years old.
At least.
He lived a full fucking life with Peggy Carter.
Whole life. Got his dick wet and everything.
He looked like fucking Joe Biden. He was old as shit, decrepit and fucked.
Damn, Joe Biden.
Sorry, and that's not a striking.
That's mean. That's mean against
God
Cap.
damn.
Joe Biden's like a goddamn zombie. They should have put that guy down with fucking disco. Jesus.
We're not taking political sides on this. We're just commenting on the man.
He's just old.
Age. He's old as fuck.
Oh, who is older, him or fucking what's his name?
Him or Cap? Joe Biden's older.
No. Who's the guy that was running against Obama? He was old as fuck and fell off the stage. What is his name? Was he vice president once? No.
Okay.
Yeah, John McCain.
John McCain.
He was old.
He was never vice president.
Okay, he was old as fuck too.
R.I.P. John McCain.
Dude, he was on this side of death.
He was old as fuck.
He's running,
and he's now on this
side of death.
Oh,
Joe Biden's right there shaking John McCain's hand.
It's been like 8 to 10 years.
You could have.
It's been a while. It's been long enough. I'm sorry. I'm poorly timed jokes and dark humor is my bread and butter. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all should know this.
Hey, real talk. When he won and he was running down that stage, I thought that man was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, there he goes. He was about to just die on stage. We're about to have the first woman president.
They had that 80-year-old man fucking running.
He was running.
He was
I
excited
mean,
too.
he was
but-
really- he was like, I made it, baby.
But back,
I made it, Jill.
but back to it, guys. This was gonna be a short and sweet video. I just had to get that grievance out there. That Cap's old as fuck. We're wondering where Cap's at. The rumors are, I think Falcon the Winter Soldier says, "Oh, is Cap on the moon?" Other people are wondering where Cap's at. Did Cap die a virgin? Who gives a fuck? Cap's old as fuck.
Captain America fucks.
Captain
okay?
America absolutely fucks.
Captain America.
You think
fucks.
Peggy waited all that time for that sweet?
Oh no, he
America
didn't, he didn't fuck Peggy. He apparently fucked some
He
some
fucked-
USO showgirl.
Yeah, one of the probably the Star Spangled Girls.
One of the Star Spangled Girls. No, him and Peggy. I mean, until he goes back in time and lives his life out with Peggy. Him and Peggy never.
And then he
fucked.
goes to the future and almost fucks her granddaughter
And
or
he
niece.
does. He does.
He does.
Niece.
He does.
Did he fuck her?
Yeah.
You
Captain
got-
America fucks like
you
Captain
gotta,
America
You
fucks.
gotta know.
it. Just in the comic books, Black Widow, Wanda, a Skrull, a couple Skrulls actually.
I mean, is that his fault?
She-Hulk, yes, She-Hulk. Sue Storm.
Captain America
Fucking-
fucked in the comics.
Captain America. Fuck.
In the
like Bruce Wayne. Fuck. Like everybody always act like Batman's is his brooding. Batman was getting even in the animated series.
What's
dude.
that?
He be like all about them women.
What's that? What's the meme? It's not even really a meme. It's just taking a panel of an old comic, but it's Iron Man says to Cap, "You need to get a stiff dick."
That was proven false. That was edited.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was called some solid dick.
Solid dick. There's some,
That's how you get some solid dick from an Iron Man.
Oh.
You know what, Cellhead? Maybe you're right.
maybe you're right. So maybe Captain America swung both ways. Who knows? No, I'm just
Dude,
kidding. That was like you
fucking
said. It was all edited. and
Captain
made up.
America. Fuck. Like it was
But
crazy.
Captain America absolutely fucked both in the comics and the MCU.
Peter Parker
You
too.
know he clapped Sharon Carter's cheeks.
Oh yeah, dude.
He was fucking the power.
Captain America fucks.
Do you think he knew she was power broker?
Now, where are we going with that? Is that going to be the new Captain America?
It's supposed to be.
New World Order?
I think it's gonna be.
No, New World Order is gonna be fucking leader. They're bringing Samuel Stearns back.
That's right. You do. Well,
The lead.
Power broker's
So
Power
you think he's gonna
Broker's
say
kinda
so?
up-
Says
Power
the
broker's
leader.
kind of up in the air.
So
I think she might come back during Armor Wars.
Oh god, I forgot about Armor.
That's confirmed. They confirmed it during
Even the
D23.
comic
Armor Wars. is
yeah, they
gonna
showed.
be
They showed.
huge. If she doesn't show up in Armor Wars, I think it'll either be.
Rhodey.
She'll either be. Power Broker will come back. I think either Armor Wars, Ironheart, or Secret Invasion, the TV series leading up to Secret War.
What about Thunderbolts?
I think that's going to be. I don't think it's going to be just straight Thunderbolts. I think it's going to be Thunderbolts versus some. Like, there's going to be a conflict because there's no way that Bucky's going to stay on the Thunderbolts for long, and I think Yelena Belova is going to defect as well.
Yeah.
I'm just mad they took away the Winter Soldier.
White Wolf.
No, the Winter Soldier and
Well,
Black
I
Widow
also-
romance.
Well, I also think Yelena Belova is going to fill that romance role. So you'll still get the Black Widow, Winter Soldier. Although there's that line in. Although actually it could be, I guess, referencing Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but there's the line in Civil War where he's slamming Natasha Romanoff into a table while she tries to fucking grip him up or like wrap him up with her legs and everything, and she's like, "You don't even remember?" Like she's like, "You don't even remember me?" But that could also be a reference to the Winter Soldier movie right before where he was basically trying to take him out on the highway. So there's also that. I feel like that was kind of a throwaway line that could have been either or that like alludes to some kind of like spy romance back in the day, because
Maybe.
even the Winter Soldier movie wasn't her first encounter with him. Like she admits that back at whatever time in the late 80s, early 90s, however long she's been around, that they'd had an encounter together.
They're already talking about.
But I think Yelena Belova will fill that romance.
Oh,
role.
Punisher, and Punisher's supposed to they're supposed to have Punisher series on Disney, and you're supposed to have Captain America meeting Punisher.
That would be awesome.
And
Wait, which Captain America?
Punisher like meeting
I said which Captain America though? Sam Wilson?
No, original Chris Evans.
Chris
Oh,
Evans.
really?
Okay.
Supposed to meet him because Captain America is supposed to beat the fuck out of him.
As
The
he
first
should.
time,
As he
Punisher and Cap ever meet, he's like a recruit in the Marine Corps.
It's a fucking super soldier versus a fucking.
And he's supposed to fight him, and he refuses to fight. He doesn't want to. He's supposed to be like the best Marine, and he refuses to fight him.
Punisher
he's,
does, or?
yeah, Punisher. He says he straight up tells Cap like, I can't punch the face of America. And he goes, okay, blah blah blah, and he just beats the fuck out of him. Punisher just taking it, just takes that shit straight to the head. And then they meet again,
That'd be cool to see.
and Punisher is like, when Cap's like kind of no longer the face of America, and he's like right between him being Nomad again and then being Captain America in the newer series. And Punisher beats the break out of Captain America. Punisher's like, you're no longer the face of America. And then Cap thinks like, all right, I beat your ass once. He goes, yeah, I wasn't fighting. And then they go into it, and Punisher is just fucking him up. And he's about to stab him, then he thinks about it, and he gets like, he flashes back, and then he smiles real big, and his fucking teeth are all fucked up. And Cap's all face is black and blue. He's like, and Punisher straight up, because people forget, Punisher is like a trained killer. Like, that dude has killed a shit ton of people to the point where even Black Widow won't go head to head. Black Widow runs like immediately.
She knows that he can take her down.
Well, I love it. There's like a whole animated series where it has Punisher and Black Widow, and they're supposed to like be spies together. AKA Black Widow's supposed to like guard him.
Yeah,
because Punisher's always getting into trouble. He's turned himself off, but like. Literally, he gets like mind, like someone blows some shit in his face. He ends up getting like mind controlled for a second. And Black Widow really knows for a fact that she cannot take Punisher. Punisher is a killing fucking machine, and she runs and releases Juggernaut on purpose to like to take him out because she can't. She knows she can't. And Punisher like.
So you sick Juggernaut?
Yeah.
That's kind of overkill, huh?
No, and Juggernaut escapes out of the helicopter, not against Punisher's killing. He's killing shield agents by like the dozen.
Yeah, no,
They're like, how are we supposed to take? Like, what is this man on? Like,
he is an unstoppable force.
Oh my god, he's stabbing. He's like jamming dudes in. He breaks a coffee cup and jabs in one dude's mouth, breaks all his teeth out. The guy's all on the ground, all fucked up.
He kills people in very creative ways.
What issue is this?
It's fucked up. Like it's
any issue. I mean, that specific one is a certain issue, but literally,
it's Punisher and Black Widow. I can't remember what it's called. Like the spy who something.
But you get to see Punisher in any of his comics. You get to see Punisher kill in some of the most deranged and creative ways.
He kills Cap twice in the series.
That's why he was more like Marvel Max, where it was like their darker, kind of grittier comics. Mm-hmm. He wasn't under like the
or Marvel Legacy or whatever.
Yeah, or Marvel Legacy or no, Black Label was DC. But
so it's like Marvel meets Dark Horse.
Well, think about this.
Yeah, it's just darker stuff.
I want you to go get on your phone and look up Punisher War Journal and read that series.
Punisher War Journal.
War Journal. It is one of the most brutal series. Like he kills people in the most creative. You're like, really? You had to kill him with the dog? Like he beat a pimp to death with the pimp's own dog, dude. It's fucked up. Like you're trying to figure out, like, did he just beat that dude to death with the dog? He just kills the dog, and I was like, Peter's gonna freak out if they read this comic.
But rolling it back to Cap and Nomad, you made me think of one more thing. I'm a little upset that like between Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame, you never once get any reference to the fact. I mean, you see it in his. They show it in the uniform because between Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, his uniform gets like it's clean and bright and it's Star Spangled in the first movie. He's the Star Spangled Man.
Yeah.
In Winter Soldier, it's more the metaphor, not necessarily for Bucky as being literally the Winter Soldier, but Cap actually starts to see the gray in everything, and therefore his suit gets dingier. It gets dirtier. It's muckier. It's less clean.
His star gets less and less bright.
He's no longer the Star Spangled Man. He's kind of he's a
soldier. He's a soldier out of time. He's literally the soldier out of time.
He is the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It's fucking insane.
And then finally Civil War. In Civil War, you'll notice the star on his uniform is like completely ripped off. It's darker. It's almost like it's a stealth suit where it's the darker material. Yeah. And then in Infinity War, he has no Avengers, no anything patches on it.
No Avengers, no package, no star.
Infinity War is where they really show him as Nomad because he's got the full wristed gloves. He's got the dark suit. No insignias, no Captain America, no star.
He's got the double shield block things instead of
the double shield and everything instead of his Star Spangled Shield. Everything shows it. I would have loved to hear them actually verbalize it, or like even if they just say, "Oh, Cap's gone nomad." Like if they had just said something like that, like.
Well, if you can see his fighting style changes.
Yeah.
Like he starts getting more brutal.
Yeah.
Like it's all about just let's put him down. And I love it when he makes that reference towards himself. When the guy goes, "I can do this all day." He like sighs.
Yeah.
You just realize how dumb he sound, how corny he was in that time.
He's
a cussing.
He's like, yeah, I get it.
Cap, like you start seeing Captain America become more what if he would have stayed a soldier all the way to Vietnam. Imagine Captain America in Nam.
Yeah. Oh,
like
I mean, I would love to also see fucking.
When he's nomad with the cape. God, I hated that.
Eli Bradley is Patriot. Elijah Bradley is Captain America, right? I would love to see because
yes.
Elijah Bradley was that Vietnam Captain America.
But he was brutal.
And
Could you imagine like Cap?
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers
in Vietnam time, I'm sure would have been.
It would have been like the comedian from.
Yeah, I'm sure he would
just
have just
fucked up
I'm sure
shit.
he would have been just a sadistic motherfucker.
Because you're just wartime.
Yeah,
By that time, he would have fought through Korea, all the way through all Japan. World War II, Korea. He would have gone through Vietnam.
He would have seen so much.
Desert Storm.
Jaded as fuck.
Russia, when the Cold War. Like if you look at him like now, like all the shit that he missed, and the guilt that he missed, like that's the whole point. Is like the guilt that he felt like he could have, if he would have survived that plane crash.
Yeah. He could have altered history. In his head, he feels like he could have altered history.
But there's rumors saying that we're gonna have flashbacks to him in a lot of these new and upcoming shows, Secret Wars and all that.
Chris Evans signed on back in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He basically met with Marvel again, and he signed some contract for I think 2 titles. So he's going to come back. I'm pretty sure most of them are going to come.
I think it's gonna. I think in probably the Avengers California series, which is gonna be the new Avengers,
like
West Coast Avengers or New Avengers. He's gonna have. I think it's gonna have like flashbacks, probably with Winter Soldier.
I'll throw because we've all seen San Diego Comic-Con. We've all seen D23 footage. I'm gonna go on a limb and say we might even get Robert Downey Jr. back by the time Secret Wars is cast.
I just want him back.
He's gonna be her. He's
gonna be the AI. He's gonna be the AI.
He's gotta be.
Yeah, for Ironheart.
Yeah, that's like his whole thing.
So you think we might? I'm saying you think they might take that. You think they might actually transition or adapt that from the comic books, and we might get at least his voice. Maybe not see him, but we'll get his voice.
Definitely,
I think
so.
You think so?
I think
of course.
I think
he could do that shit at home.
That would be dope as fuck.
He could literally do what we're doing right now.
That would be
his
dope
voice.
as fuck.
Read off his
it was crazy.
They
could probably do this whole thing without even being. They could probably take his voice from all clips and movies.
Yeah, they could easily just clip it together too.
Because he's always saying something mechanical.
But you know he's gonna want to do it himself because one way or another he'll find a way to get royalties from that shit. So if they clip it, you might as well just pay the man his money.
He literally is Marvel.
Voice. Yeah, he was the centerpiece for fucking 11 years of fucking Marvel.
That's how they closed out Endgame was the hammering of his suit from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning. I was like, that was so dramatic.
Built from a box of scraps.
Yep.
You're telling me that we can't build something that a guy built in a goddamn cave with a box of scraps? You're not fucking
yelling at poor.
You're not Tony Stark, bro.
What was his name? Billy or Peter from Christmas Story? That was the kid. Oh, by the way, the scientist that he yells at, and then they bring him back in Far From Home.
Yeah.
That was the kid from A Christmas Story.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His name in real life is Peter Billings, I think.
Did not know that.
Ralphie. No, Ralphie was his little brother.
Yeah.
No.
Damn. Dude.
No, Ralphie was
I'm about to
his
say,
kid.
like,
Ralphie.
Iron Man probably has the most iconic lines.
Oh,
ever.
100%.
The best line. Let's end it with the best Iron Man line.
I am Iron Man.
That's literally
That is the line.
Oh, no. Our favorite one that he's ever said in every Marvel movie.
Are you saying this as if we all have the same answer? Or
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we're giving out because I've got my perfect answer. Iron Man 2 during the party scene when he turns to DJ AM, R.I.P. DJ AM, and he says, "Hey Goldstein, give me a beat to beat my buddy's ass to," and they start fucking what song was it by Queen? It was Oh fuck me! I can't
Having
think
a
of the.
good time.
No, it wasn't that one. That's Shaun of the Dead when the bar.
Oh, that's all I can think about. It's like they're hitting him to the beat. It was like the greatest thing ever.
Oh, Another One Bites the Dust.
Another
That's
one
what it
bites
is.
the dust.
He sets him up. He sets him up to a nice sampling of Another One Bites the Dust. But that line where he says, "Hey Goldstein, give me a beat to beat my buddy's ass to," it always got me.
No, I love that. Okay. And that guy's playing Gallagher. Thought we didn't see it, but we did. Greatest fucking line
Thought we
ever.
wouldn't see him.
Thought we wouldn't see him, but I did. Like, can I just go to show how arrogant he is, but how brilliant? Because it's like nobody would have seen that except for him with this technology already. It was so ridiculously awkward, like for him to just point that out. I thought it was fucking incredible. Like, that guy's playing Gallagher. You thought we wouldn't see him, but I did.
I got one more, but I want to hear Nicholas first.
I was gonna go with Iron Man. That made me cry.
Oh yeah.
that whole final scene.
Both when he first says it in Iron Man 2008 and when he says it again in 2019.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That was just a powerful scene.
It was.
But the difference is he was unsure of himself in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
No.
he's like I am Iron Man. Like, it's kind of weird for him to say it like that, and in the end he's so confident in himself, like,
and
I'm about to fuck you up.
And that's what my honorable mention is that it's the start of both of their story arcs, where in Avengers 2012, when him and Cap are just going back and forth arguing, and Cap's like, "Who are you?" Or he's like, "What are you without the suit?" And he's like, "Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist." And